Hey, Crunch here, and I have been doing a bunch of things, and I still have to do a bunch of things, so I just thought I might catch you up and also catch myself up because my life is spiraling out of control. I was on TV the other week. I was on New Game Plus, which airs on Melbourne's community station, C31, and I came to the table with a kind of a short feature on the game development, I guess, market scene. The game development scene in Australia, where I used a bunch of interviews from Supernova, from PAX, and I kind of spoke about some of the issues that developers are facing now in trying to, secure funding for development, and what could potentially help them down the line. And for that, I leaned pretty heavily on a report done by the Senate or Senate Standing Committee, something like that, that pretty much focused on what's happening with game developers in Australia. The feature that I made actually aired, I think, the last week or 2 weeks ago on TV, and you can find it on New Game Plus, their YouTube channel, just by searching New Game Plus, and you'll find Australia's State of Game Development, I think I called it, something like that. Check it out. It's 4 minutes of a good time, I reckon. I put a bunch of work into it, and a lot of people said a lot of really nice things about it, so give it a look. I was also on radio the other day. It was a while ago now, actually, but I was on a community station again in Brisbane this time, 100.3 BFM, and I spoke a little bit about VR. I spoke a bit about NBN, a little bit about politics, a bit about news. It was a good time because the person running the show actually had their other host and 3 of their interviews bail on them, so I just had to kind of like fill in the blanks, and I'm like, I'm a YouTuber, what else do I do? In terms of stuff that's coming down the line, I'm going to an event this Friday that's going to be kind of a discussion on funding for game developers in Queensland. And for that, there's going to be a bunch of really important people in space that are local. The discussion itself is going to be moderated by Lee May from Z Games, which is a radio show at the station 4ZZZ. One of the longest running shows about video games. There aren't that many in Brisbane, right? But it's like, Z Games is a good time, man, good time. There's also going to be John Passfield from Chrome and Red Sprite Studios. Yes, I am reading, I'll keep doing it. And Mark Flutter from Sponge. He was also involved with the Queensland Government Interactive Games and Digital Entertainment Program. And Tracy Vieira from Screen Australia. And they're going to be sitting down, I'm guessing in front of an audience because there were tickets to the event. I will put a link to the Eventbrite page in the description of this video to check out. If you have any questions for me to throw at these people once they finish with the discussion, please leave them in the comments for this video, or you can tweet them at me on Twitter, where you'll find me as @cringeworthy, and I will see what I can do. I'm hoping I'll publish that piece by the time I head to Adelaide this time next week. Oh, that's fucking terrifying to say. For AbCon, which is the anime and video game convention. That's happening in Adelaide, Australia. I'm pretty keen for that, to be honest. I'm going to be going for games developers, games media, speedrunners. It's just going to be a good time. We're not staying in a place as bad as the place we stayed at in Sydney for GX, around the corner from King's Cross. I've made better choices this time. That said, I did make like a hotel reservation for the wrong month and then have to cover the no-show fee, so maybe one thing at a time. I'm going to be there from the 13th of July to the 18th of July. If you want me to, again, ask anything of the media or the developers that are going to be there, you can leave them in the comments of this video or on Twitter again. I've kind of got this idea floating around in my head for kind of like a daily vlog style series where for the time that I spend in Adelaide, whether it's at like the Australian Speedrun Marathon or at AbCon or at parties or just in Adelaide generally, I kind of bring you a 5 to 10 minute thing at the end of the day where I sit down with Kate, the other person I'm going to Adelaide with, and kind of chat about what's been happening, what we've done, and what we got excited about. If you think that's a good idea, and if you think if you think you could make it better, tell me in the comments or on Twitter. That's about everything from me for now, though. Like I said, if you want to let me know your thoughts or something you want me to ask people, you can leave them in the comments for this video or on Twitter, where you'll find me as @cringeworthy. If you want to see more of my event coverage, where I've covered PAX, GX Australia, and Supernova, you can find that on my channel, where you can subscribe at youtube.com/cringeworthy. And I feel like there's a third thing that I usually say at the end of these things. I guess you can like the video if you want to see more vlog style things like this. Or just tell me. Just talk to me on Twitter, man. People say nice things on Twitter sometimes. I don't judge. Anyway, yeah, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.